I suppose the reason you're here, you all know the reason you're here, you haven't just turned up by accident. I'd like to thank Warren Bevington, Vice Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, for nominating me to take the Motor Neuron Disease Ice Bucket Challenge. It's interesting how this has become so viral, and we understand how this has spread so quickly, and yet we don't actually understand how motor neuron disease originates. We don't understand how to control it or how to cure it. So it just signals how little we actually know about this disease. And we all know that it's a devastating impact, and it impacts on people in the UniSA community as well. So for the next 6 months from today, MND Australia will be one of the registered charities in the staff portal. So staff will be able to give donations through the staff portal as part of their actual payroll piece. Now, it does affect men twice as much as it affects women. It's about 2-to-1 ratio of the effect of motor neuron disease on men. And the onset can be from about the age of 30, but typically from the age of 40 on. And it is a debilitating disease. But the beauty of this challenge is not only do we get to raise awareness, but we also get to nominate other people. And so I get to pass the challenge on a little. And in keeping with the fact that it affects twice as many men as women, I get to do 3 nominations, so I'm going to do 2 men and 1 woman. The first man I'm going to nominate is Jack Manning Bancroft, who is the head of AIM, the Australian Indigenous Mentoring Experience. So Jack, we're going to need a big bucket to get it over his head, but we'll do that. The lady I'm going to nominate is Julie Hare, who's the... Julie is the education editor for the Australian newspaper. And the third person I'm going to nominate is a chap called Nick Wilson. Nick is the managing director for HP Australia and Asia Pacific. So I want to see those 3 take up the challenge in the next 48 hours, or they have to make their own donations to MND. I'm sure they'll all take up the challenge willingly, as I'm about to. In students' revenge, Leah's going to pour this over my head. Just checking to make sure there's nobody on the balcony. And I'm going to hand over this piece of expensive equipment so it doesn't get wet.